The loss is immeasurable.
Everybody's just in shock. This is going to be a tough one for our community to even begin to get over, if they ever do.
On Tuesday morning, 4 Goshen High School students got into a driver's ed car as part of a 5-week summer program. This was all to make them more prepared for the road. What happened next, no one could prepare for.
The impact was on the driver's side rear door of the vehicle, and it was a tremendous impact.
2 of the teens, Paul Van Doren and Antonio Baglivo, both just 16 years old, were killed after the car they were riding in was struck by a truck at a notoriously dangerous intersection in Warwick. Tuesday morning, like many mornings before that, those students shuffled into this classroom for their driver's ed course. At the front of it, this list of driver safety tips, and among it, predict the worst. Only no one could imagine that the worst would ever happen.
I've been going to that intersection for over 27 years and assisting people who were injured and killed as a result of a traffic accident at that intersection.
Certainly the loss of life today underscores the fact that it clearly warrants having better traffic control at that intersection.
No charges have been filed in the crash as the cause is still being investigated. Meantime, school officials say that the loss of these young men will be felt throughout not only their graduating class, but the entire district.
They're great kids, kind of the life of the school, as you would say, always a big smile on their faces.
Wednesday night, the community mourned the loss of 3 young men described as loving and full of life. Antonio Baglivo and Paul Van Doren died when the driver's ed car they were driving in crashed into a tractor trailer. And just hours before this candlelight vigil, the community learned that Lucas O'Connor, another passenger in the car, had also died.
I'm so sad to see us all here together for a moment like this, but I'm so moved that, again, in a moment of crisis, that so many people in this community come out to be with one another.
Hundreds shed tears and shared hugs as they lit candles to remember the light that shone in those 3 young men. Antonio's father struggled for words to describe his only child, now gone. And then it came to him. Antonio, he says, was selfless.
He used to always care for your feelings, not his. He'll put you before him. And he was the best kid.
On Wednesday, grief counselors were on hand at Goshen High School for anyone needing help during what many have described as a living nightmare. Dewana Penrod's children rode the bus with Van Doren every day. She finds comfort as the community comes together.
Support the families, you know, they really need it at this time, and you know, as a community, we all need it, you know. So hopefully we can all heal together as one.
I have 3 sets of parents that saw their kids going out for the day to do something that's routine, to be healthy and safe drivers, and you have to deal with this.
Meantime, parents in the district tell us that they're hugging their children a little longer and taking time to remember how precious life really is.
Life is short, you know, live it every day like it's your last, and just be good, you know, and learn.
It was at this intersection on County Road 1 and Blooms Corners Road that a driver's ed course turned deadly. And now the county, along with the town of Warwick, is working hard to ensure that a tragedy like last week's never happens again.
We need to get the light. I think all signs are the county's committed to the light.
At the intersection are blinking red and yellow lights as well as stop signs. What's missing, however, is the stoplight that the town has been asking for close to 8 years.
Look, in hindsight, would we have wished that the county had acted when we asked? Yes, but we still need to prevent it from ever happening again.
Since the accident, the county has added extra signs, including this blinking one placed here on Monday. It reads, "Caution, intersection ahead." Sweeten believes that a stoplight would have made all the difference that fateful Tuesday morning.
Clearly a light would have prevented it. I'll believe forever that the young lady would not have entered the intersection if she had been at a stoplight.
The county has hired an independent engineering firm to assess the intersection. They've already placed strips across the road to collect traffic data. Once a report is complete, it will then be decided whether a stoplight should be installed. The town's request for one was denied more than 2 years ago under a different administration. They said that under federal guidelines, a stoplight was not warranted. This time, the Warwick town supervisor is hoping for a different outcome.
Now we hope that the current administration, and again we believe they do, understand that sometimes you have to look beyond just simple guidelines and just use common sense to make a worse situation better.
The town has also asked to reduce the speed on County Road 1 to 35 miles per hour from the current 45. County Executive Steve Newhouse says that his administration is working hard to remedy the problem as fast as possible.
And I said I want to know everything from stem to stern on this, and if there's a way that I can make this safer, and maybe it wasn't done before I got in office, I'm going to make sure it is. That's my job.
An investigation by state police into the cause of the accident is ongoing. In the town of Warwick, Bridget Siage, Time Warner Cable News.